that much of an impact because there is a lot of hand interaction on both player sides, and there is a possibility. There's a lot of interactions that are specific to this matchup because of because of RS and because of back-to-back increasing levels.
Yeah, so it looks like Jake is going to be starting off with that cool tune Q. Let's see if there's any response from Ahmed on this one here. We know how important cool tune Q is to the strategy, and of course Ahmed will know that just as well.
I feel if you can interact with Q tune Q, you do interact with it here. It is like a very strong card. Usually Mochami Fualos is the card you want to see here. Ahmed's not on it, so maybe a more fair hand interaction.
Yeah, so Ahmed just taking a moment, composing himself on this one. Compared to Jake right now, he has been on that feature spot for the past 2 rounds, so he should be ready with the pressure. And everyone watching outside and at home, it looks like our cool tune Q is going to resolve here from Jake.
Yeah, so if you're Jake, what does that say? Like, do you take Ahmed's like thinking time? Do you consider it? Do you think like, doesn't matter because I'm going to look at your hand anyways?
I definitely feel that from Ahmed, you definitely want to kind of put yourself in a position where you're going to interact before that information comes down.
Yeah.
And going straight into the trap maker here, we're about to find out if there was any interaction from Ahmed or if Jake will go off uninteracted. So and here is the response window going back with the trap maker. Not really respecting Harmonia here, but we're about to find out what is going to be used.
Yeah, so this is a play that's worse into Harmonia, but better into Dragon Lockbird. Chooses to summon the Rotary with the Q to basically do both searches in the same chain. So in case you get Dragon Lockbird, you do get to look at their hand, and you do get to search the 2 cards. And if you end up searching Q-Tune Synchro, you'll be able to change the Dragon Lockbird. So Ahmed has to make a decision here on how he wants to interact, because Jake will know all his cards. Because regardless, he can really interact with the Rotary, as the Rotary is chaining 1 and the Track Maker will be chaining 2.
Yeah, exactly that. So there's quite a lot of information that's about to come to Jake's, straight away in front of Jake. So we're about to see, has Ahmed got the response? Now is the time before Jake will see it all. Here it comes. The first interaction is a Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit on the Trap Maker. Any response from Jake on this one here?
Yeah, so there's an interesting downside of putting the Track Maker as the card that is in Chainlink 2.
Yeah, exactly that. Losing that body on the field, a level 4 tuner, and we're going to chain a cool tune synchro to make sure that we can get use out of that track maker. Is there any more response from Abed? And unfortunately not. We are going to be seeing this cool tune synchro resolve.
So that is going to probably be adding a copy of Rico and going to be making a Zalan, I'm going to guess. It could make a Loudness War as well. I'm not sure how your end board changes in the mirror match. I couldn't really see which one Jake has used as material.
Like a Rico.
It was a Rico?
Yeah,
it is a Rico. We're going to the Zalan here for installation. And now it's the moment that the Q-Tune deck is really strong. We got Foon. We're going to get the Search first, maybe a second copy of Q-Tune Synchro, maybe JJ Q-Tune. Because we still got the JJ Q-Tune normal summon, and we're going to be able to look at Ahmed's hand.
Yeah, we also use Q as well, so we're going to be able to sculpt the top deck for Ahmed here. I think there's a big difference with the Cool Tune strategy because some of the cards, or a lot of the cards in the Cool Tune strategy, they kind of don't mind being on the top of the deck.
Yeah.
So you also sometimes want to know what they're getting, but you also don't mind giving them the blank because it could be anything.
Yeah, so he does go for the second copy of Q-Tune Synchro. Q-Tune Synchro is important here as it's able to look at interact with the Zalan as a way of negating whatever card Ahmed uses. And we see double withdraw this Harmonia, a Rico, I believe?
Yeah, Rico and a JJ Cool Tune.
Yeah, is that an amazing hand by Ahmed here? Because now the Zalan is keeping a bit of the Withdraw Harmonia in check. And yeah, it's going to end up going for his JJ and the second copy of KTS. And now we're going to be looking at the top cards, and there's a Ghost Bell and a Mix.
A Q.
Is that a Q?
Yeah,
oh,
that's a Q. So I think we're definitely going to get rid of that Q. You do not want that to be Ahmed's next top deck. Depending on whether Jake wants to end on the remix, even knowing everything that is in Ahmed's hand, maybe you let them have the Ghost Spell, but you're still giving them a tuner. It's just kind of whether you want the knowledge of knowing what that's going to be or not.
Yeah, I think the play that comes to mind for me would be giving him the Ghost Bell and then just not making the remix, not letting him get value from this Ghost Bell. Rather than doing that, we try making the RS. The RS also has the benefit of screwing up the levels a bit on the Ahmed side. But we're going for the other way. We're going to get rid of the Ghost Bell and we're putting the monster on top of the deck.
Yeah, so we're giving Ahmed direct access to the Q. That kind of shows to me that Jake has an answer for it directly already.
Also interesting, he's choosing to activate the Q-Tune Synchro, right? Because I thought the Q-Tune Synchro would be the installation for the Zalan.
Yeah.
but does not seem like it, as we've decided to add a monster here.
Oh, okay. I think there is another card that Jake might have here that could very easily and very quickly turn the tide of this game, even with the Harmonias fully known to himself and the Q about to come back from the top deck. Unless there is a way for either Ahmad or Jake to manipulate the decks again, which I don't believe there is. So we're going to be able to resolve our Cool Tune mix, grab ourselves a Cool Tune Rico. We still have the ability of utilizing additional normal summons here and the ability of JJ Cool Tune to kind of swap a tuner around as well.
Yeah, I just realized there is a real benefit here because, of course, the Fidelity Harmonia has to be in response to the activation of an effect. So the Zalan doesn't need the Q-Tune Synchro to negate the Fidelity Harmonia because it will always be Chainlink 2.
Correct.
So that's very, very heads up here. Knows that 2 cards in Ahmad's hand are not playable, and I believe we're going to be seeing a very impactful spell card.
Yeah, so Jake just deciding on what we're going to go for. We definitely got rid of the Ghost Spell. So that says to me that he wants to kind of prioritize Remix over RS, which kind of makes sense now by getting rid of that Ghost Spell. Guess we're about to find out what we're going to see here.
Yeah, I mean, both are pretty strong. He's in a very, very strong position here either way, I would say.
Yeah.
So using the effect of JJ Q-Tune to cycle the mix into Rico.
Yeah, so they're just confirming here that I don't believe we've used the search, or have we used the search?
I believe
no,
we haven't, no. Because we started with Q Summon Rotary.
Correct. So we're going to get the search of adding the mix back from the graveyard. So Jake utilizing the secondary effects of being able to add back from the graveyard rather than directly from the deck as well. Yeah. So sometimes that can be quite useful. It maintains the amount of starters you have in your deck if you need to get to position there. And we are going to use a triple tactics talents, and we are declaring to take a card from the hand, and that is going to be the Rico, getting rid of that starter for Ahmad, but it does shuffle the deck.
Yeah. It is interesting to me here that he did choose to get rid of the Ghost Bell, because you could just have gotten rid of an actual resource in deck rather than the Ghost Bell if you're going to commit to shuffling the deck anyways.
Yeah.
It's very minor though, like realistically you won't go through all 3 copies of the monster. But yeah, this is like fully under control here. There is one play, you do have any interaction with the Remix and the Zalan that basically can trade with whatever the draw is. Assuming Ahmad even draws a play, right? Because otherwise we basically are just going straight.
So the draw of a turn, is there a play that Ahmad can make to swing control back over to his side? It looks... Oh, I don't even want to say it just yet. Let's see it get played first. Jay just seeing if there's anything to happen during the different phases of the draw phase, standby phase, before we move into the main phase for Ahmad here. Maybe there is a Cool Tune Synchro that Ahmad wants to use before that point.
Yeah, I don't even accounting for what Jake might potentially be in hand. It's a normal summon drawn Lockbird. This does represent Typhon.
Very true, yeah.
But like Typhon is a card that sometimes looks like it's doing something, and then a lot of the times it gets summoned and it gets destroyed. But Jake's going to get ahead of the pack here and use the Remix on the summon of the drawn Lockbird, recognizing that yes, this is the card he didn't know, so he knows everything in hand. So all he has to do is to deal with this monster.
Yeah.
But from our point of view, this match is untimed. You can let Jake stress about it a bit more. Let him find a way.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is the final. There is no redos. There is no take-backs. You want to make sure that every single movement, every single add, every single summon is correct.
Yeah.
You want to take your time here without going into the slow play penalty warnings, but also compose yourself. Take that deep breath. Make sure you do it correctly, because you do not want to be walking away from here with any regrets, no matter the outcome.
Yeah, so there we go. We're going to be summoning the Trackmaker, and we have used the mix, so we'll be able to destroy the normal summon of the Drawn Lockbird, and Ahmed just picks up his card at this point, because yes, now it would just be a matter of putting the cards. If Jordan's Harmonia, Ghost Ogre, Ghost Bow have different spots in this matchup. You can try to use them very aggressively and stop the player from playing, or you can try to hold them. And it really depends on how they start. Sometimes they have stronger starts and weaker starts. We do see Muchami follows in the draw phase, I believe, and got met by an Ash Blossom.
Yeah. Instantly met there with the Ash Blossom, starting off with the Cool Tune Rico. So now it's all down on Jake. Like you said, do we try to use our interactions as early as possible and hope that that is enough? And that's exactly what we're going to see here with the Ghost Bell, which is going to be chained with a Cool Tune and an Ash Blossom in response as well.
Do we have a play? So we do have the Cool Tune Rico. If this now is like, do we have a hand interaction we're able to synchro with? Can we keep going?
On the other side of that, you also need to take into account that Jake has just used 3 cards from hand. We are going to be going to the Track Maker. Is there any more that Jake can do here?
Yeah, so here is like, it's a risky track maker, right? You have to give up your effect Veiler. If it resolves, you're probably in a very good position. If it doesn't, you're probably in a very bad position. So it does seem to be resolving here if you're Amado, so that is what you want to see. Especially because those hand interactions are used really early by Jake, it means that actually we only used one Q-tune effect. Like one Q-tune effect and one Q-tune synchro activation.
Yeah.
So we'll still be able to kind of do everything we want.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, right? Like we don't have the rotary in rotation now, but we'll be able to surge the Q-tune synchro. Maybe like get a Zalan plus a play.
Yeah, I think you've also got to remember though that Jake only has 2 cards. Yes, Cool Tune are very, very good with minimal resource in order to kind of gain a lot more. But we're definitely going to be able to see a search over the back of this one for Ahmad. Do you go JJ Cool Tune or do you go Cool Tune Synchro? If you've got another tune in hand, I suppose you go Cool Tune Synchro to get access to the rotary. If you don't, I guess you go JJ Cool Tune to trade off your track maker for possibly a mix in order to get that effect to resolve and then still get your rotary, but it's where you're going to go from that point on.
Yeah, so I imagine my thought process would be like JJ, and I think you go JJ Tribute Track Maker for mix and then mix for Q, right? Because then you can normal summon the Q with the actual normal summon from the JJ.
Yes.
And then you can use that to Reborn, and then you can... not to Reborn or someone from the deck. You could choose to summon the Rotary from the deck and make a Loudness War, and then you have like the Loudness War interaction plus the Rotary search for like a KTS.
Yeah.
You're pretty incentivized here if you are Ahmad to make Remix, I think, because Remix is access to the Ash Blossom back into his graveyard. And so like it's a pretty good play because we're doing so low cards that Blossom is always trading probably 1-for-1 with like an Overtake, a Duelist Genesis, a card like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of very good cards in the Cool Tune strategy that an Ash Blossom can be effective against. So Synchro Overtake.
Oh, we had the mix.
Oh, it's the last monster.
So we already had the mix, so we are not going to be using the JJ to tribute and get the mix. We're going to rather just be using mix straight up.
So I guess it's all going to come down to how cautious Ahmad wants to be, because if we were to go for a Q, I suppose you go, normal summon Q, use the effect, and then a Harmonia is potentially quite damaging there?
I believe that the Harmonia might have been dropped elsewhere. Like if you're Jake, right? Like I think it's if you're going to the approach of trying to prevent him from playing, I don't believe you'd hold this Harmonia for too long. So,
but where could we have gone? So we Ash the... we Ghost Spelled the Rico.
Yeah, you could have like, I guess because it's Ghost Spell, not Veiler, right? So you don't really have a window. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe there could still be a Harmonia on Jake's hand.
It's just whether Ahmad tries to play cautiously around there. So we've used the JJ Cool Tune here to tribute off the Trap Maker, revealing the Rotary, gaining that additional summon here, now going for the Cool Tune Q. Cool Tune Q will now seemingly resolve with no chain block. So I feel that maybe this was the last point of interaction for a possible Harmonia.
Yeah, also if you look at Jake's demeanor, he's not really like even considering activating something. So if I'm Ahmad, I would be feeling pretty comfortable that my Q is resolving. And this is the power of Q Tune. Again, 3 hand interactions, still basically resolve everything.
Yeah, very, very well held there by Ahmad. So we're about to see what we're going to be going for in here. Would you go for the, like, you've gone through everything. So do we go for the Rico that sets you up the ability for an RS if you want to keep it simplified that way? Or we're going to go to the Remix, like you said, to get access to the Ash Blossom? Or maybe we go for both. Yeah,
I feel you definitely want to remix, and I think you definitely want to make, resolve Rotary so you have full knowledge of the hand.
Yeah.
I guess you could just make Remix and make a second copy of Track Maker, maybe?
I think
with the Rotary in hand, right?
Yeah, I think that might be exactly what Ahmad is about to do here.
Because in this way, you get a Rotary Search, which will convert into a copy of Q-Tune Synchro. And it also allows full knowledge of hand and top of the deck. So that is an Overtake and a Q-Tune Synchro?
Yeah. And we're also about to see what the top card would be for Jake, or top 2 cards would be for Jake on that one as well.
Yeah. So chooses to go here. I mean, it's pretty Q-Tune Synchro, right? There's no much reason not to go for it.
Yeah,
and that is that. And an Illusion Gate. Oh,
okay.
Well, that's a good hand for a 3-card hand, right? Like, regardless, is there a world you bottom both of those?
So definitely banish one, and then I would definitely bottom the other.
Yeah. Sorry, don't give him a known, right?
No,
like,
I agree. I agree.
I feel like I definitely don't want to give him Illusion Gate.
No, 100%.
I guess the argument is the known Q better than the unknown card? Because the unknown card can be another Illusion Gate. It could be like a Ghost Bell for the Remix. Like, do you think this Q is under control? Because there's a chance that like you have checkmate here.
Yeah, I think especially when you've got Synchro Overtake and Cool Tune Synchro, probably the best pairing you could ask for in the form of the spells here.
Yeah.
I think both RS and Remix in their own rights will answer the Cool Tune Synchro, but the issue is the Cool Tune Synchro can be done during the draw phase. So it can play around the Remix, being able to get a hold of the Ash Blossom as early as possible, and that can make it a little bit tricky, whereas even RS also has to wait to the main phase. So the Cool Tune Synchro possibly is going to resolve here.
Yeah, I don't think it's fine if the Q-Tune Synchro resolves, though. I feel like I would be incentivized to give him the Q. Like, just let him have the Q, because I think the way to lose is probably having access to, like, another, like, illusion gate, right? Let's say you put this on bottom,
100%.
you draw another illusion gate, and then, like, you can be in trouble, or, like, a copy of Ghost Spell for the Remix.
Yeah, it's so much whether you want to give them the 100%. I think the illusion gate is either getting bottom decked or banished.
Yeah.
But the question then becomes: do you want them to have rotary?
Yeah.
You know that the other card is Cool Tune Synchro, so how far will that allow them to push?
Is that rotary or that Q? Sorry,
No, that's rotary.
Oh, that's rotary.
Yeah,
sorry, I was under
yeah.
the impression of being Q. Anyway, being rotary, I think you definitely give them the rotary.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time. Because like the Ash Blossom will trade with either the Q-Tune Synchro or the Synchro Overtake realistically.
But so the Cool Tune Synchro could be activated earlier.
Yeah, you can draw phase Q-Tune Synchro and first action in the main phase Synchro Overtake. Yes.
Yeah.
But then if that happens, the Ash Blossom still is gonna trade with one of the effects to
But
search.
when are you getting the Ash Blossom? Because you can only use Remix during your opponent's turn during the main phase, correct?
Yeah, but you can do it in response to the Synchro Overtake. So even if Ahmad chooses to use because if he uses the Q-Tune Synchro in the draw phase to try to play around this Ash Blossom timing, he ends up not having the Q-Tune Synchro as a dodge for the RS pop effect.
Got you. Okay.
So I think that is pretty fine, and just play with the null information here. Yep.
So setting one here. Oh, we're going to go straight into the Zarlan.
Oh, make Zalen instead. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to negate something during the draw phase, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it can be pretty good. We don't know the full contents of Ahmad's hand. I think he has one more card that we do not know.
Well, so I think the last card is set, and it must be a Cool Tune Synchro.
Yeah, so yeah, there is a Q-Tune Synchro here. It will be in the draw phase. That's an interesting draw phase, right? Because I thought you'd want to hold it a bit to use it as the Zalen interrupt, but
yeah, I suppose if you're going to go into if you go into the remix then becomes the interrupt itself.
Yeah, that is fair. It's not bad here. Realistically, you get it either way because you obviously trigger the Zalen, right?
Yeah.
Basically, you use the Zalen to protect the remix, and as long as the remix resolve, you have like also the clip in case there's like a chain block situation. So I'm in a pretty comfortable position here. He has full knowledge. We'll be seeing the Rico and the Ash. I mean, he could add the Veiler back. We didn't think about it, but he did go for the Ash Blossom.
Yeah. I think Ash with the knowledge of the hand gives you a little bit more versatility as well.
Yeah, you're gonna be seeing the clip being added, and then just the synchro summon for remix, I assume with KTS, or you can use the clip as the way of interacting.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep the clip apparently.
We gave
illusion gate.
We gave the illusion gate. Yeah.
We gave the illusion gate. Okay.
This is so then chain clip. And then chain Zarlan to negate the illusion gate, and you've made your opponent pay half their life points.
I mean, yeah, you can do that as well. I feel like giving them the rotary is a card that you wouldn't need to think about it at all.
Yeah, I agree.
While you do need to interact with this illusion gate, right? Like, sometimes knowledge is a problem.
Yeah, I agree.
But there's no way the card's resolving, right? I think we can establish that.
Yeah. Unless Ahmed has some crazy scheme plots up here ready to go, but I completely agree. Definitely respond here.
Yeah, so I imagine a copy of the clip will be used here.
I think it's quite interesting though, because the illusion gate is now traded a 1 for 2.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like that's the same thing. Oh yeah, now this way he doesn't have the ability of using Zalen on the illusion gate because because the Q-Tune Synchro will be chaining 3, and Zalen can only check something 2 chains before.
Correct.
So this illusion gate is resolving.
Wow. Okay. Maybe an overstep by Ahmed there, allowing that illusion gate to be added.
Yeah, because now, like, what do you even do with the Synchro Summon? Because it's just going to be destroyed, right? Like, you probably will use the Zalen. Like, you have to use the Zalen here before it gets destroyed. So you use the Zalen to interact with the Q-Tune Synchro. But then the illusion gate resolves, brings the card back, and we have the Synchro Overtake for the Ash in the hand.
Yeah. True.
That is a big play here.
But then you also get the monster off the illusion gate, correct?
Yeah, so basically, like, there's 2 layers of play, right? There's a monster from illusion gate, and there is a Synchro Overtake against an Ash Blossom.
Yeah. But so then what do you stop off the back of that?
You don't?
No, exactly.
As far as I'm aware, you don't. That is crazy. This illusion gets resolved.
Do you? Well, could you not resolve the the clip instantly synchros, correct?
Yes, but like, what are you gonna do here that is relevant? Because you can't make Loudness War, right? Because it's you only have a 5.
No, you'd have to go.
Whatever you make will be destroyed, I believe.
It'd definitely be destroyed. There's no doubt about that. I'm just trying to think if there's any value to make that synchro monster to trigger off the clip and Rico effect in the graveyard, but I don't think you want Rico, you want Mix here, don't you?
But if it was Mix, it would be good, because then you could destroy the monster that gets summoned by Illusion Gate.
Yeah.
But because there is no Mix, like, there's not much value. If anything, if you make a synchro, you give him the synchro as well, right? Because he could be special summoned from the Illusion Gate.
Correct, yeah.
Because it will be properly synchro summoned. The one saving grace here might you might do it because of the clip effect. There's a chance that the clip effect of randomly banishing a card from the extra deck could hit a card like back to back, or in case Jake only plays one track maker, which he doesn't. He doesn't.
I'd be shocked if he was.
So it is a thing people do.
No, I agree.
You got to picture out if you're Ahmed here, right? They're like, oh god.
I think this is the best possible option here is to perform a synchro summon. It's just where it's going to be Crackle or RS. It was RS.
Yeah.
So where do we go? Because Jake can now bring back. I think he's got access to Mix or Rico here, if he wants to, and then the effects aren't negated from Illusion Gate, correct?
I mean, he could even bring Zalon back, right? Is that crazy? Like, because if you just bring Zalon back, and then every card, if they ever change the Ash Blossom to anything, the Zalon just negates it?
Oh, we went for Track Maker. This is interesting. Because surely you go, Jake only has Overtake, correct? So we activate Overtake, gets met with the Ash instantly. Whereas if we took a Rico or a Mix, we trigger those effects.
Yeah, but you guys could trigger the Track Maker effect here, right?
Very true, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's the same thing, yeah. Okay, I think they're... Yeah, so the Track Maker will resolve here, and then we have the Track Maker situation and the Overtake. And now, is the Ash Blossom enough to not be game? I don't believe so, right? Like, they don't have a real good spot.
No, so I think as soon as we resolve this Track Maker, we're now going to get our starter in the form of the Q. Normal summon if you normal summon the Q, it gets hit with the Ash Blossom. If you Overtake, you let that go through?
There's not, yeah, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't, right?
Yeah.
Like, one will get, you need to stop either Mix or Rico, but doesn't really work out with either. Because you have 2 ways to start playing here. It's, yeah. We'll be seeing the Overtake here as the first card. Ahmed is thinking, I think if you're Ahmed, you do need to like hold this Ash Blossom at this position, right? Because like, if you just activate it here, you just give him free ground. But we're doing that, and we're summoning the Q. The only thing, I don't think you can resolve Rotary, right? That's the only thing, the only tricky thing you might run into.
Yeah, correct. So you can't resolve Rotary, but do you even need to? So you go Q, and then you're probably going to go for Mix. Mix gets you a Rico, even though it would be a follow-up, or even the Rotary in the hand for the follow-up.
Yeah.
You synchro into Remix, and the Remix itself can gain back either a Ghost Belt or an Ash Blossom, which can give instant access depending on what Ahmed top decks. The only thing Jake now needs to be aware of is the JJ Cool Tune. Yeah, and no, it doesn't even destroy it when you synchro off the Rico, right? So we'll be going here for the RS. Remix on that one.
Is that Remix? Oh,
yeah, Remix on that
remix.
one. We're now going to be attempting to use Q to stack the top deck. Harmonia and
draw. That draw Lockbird is going straight to the top of Jake's deck.
Yeah.
Of Ahmed's deck, sorry. And we'll be resolving the effect here. What's going on?
I believe we're just going to go straight into the battle phase.
Is the Mix not destroying? Oh.
No, because it was Rico is the spell and trap, Mix is monster.
Oh, sorry, I keep giving them mixed up
So
today.
at the moment we're going for 3,000 off of the back of the Remix. We're going for, I believe it's 1,500 off the Rico. So that brings Ahmed down to 3,300. Now I suppose it really comes down if there is a Typhon that we could possibly be summoned off of the back of Ahmed right now. We can go normal summon draw, but then I believe that's going to get instantly met with the Remix here, possibly.
Yeah, the Remix is always going to come out here. I'm surprised you didn't make Zalon. Am I like should we have made Zalon, right, with the Rico and the Track Maker?
But if you use the Track Maker, doesn't it go to Ahmed's graveyard, so Ahmed triggers it to return?
Yeah, but then you can negate it with the Zalon, right?
Very true.
Because you go like Chaining Quan, pop the Field Spell, Chaining 2, that, Chaining 3 Zalon negate to the...
Yeah, but I mean, you're not worried. There's no tune to come into play, I suppose.
Fair enough. We're only a Typhon away here. That's all that's threatening.
I don't think can we even Typhon?
Oh, Jake
can Typhon.
Yeah, we can Typhon.
Right?
Yep. Every good Typhon is an illegal Typhon.
No, because I don't think Jake summoned
twice. Yeah, he only summoned once, right?
Yeah,
all the Typhons that would be good, just do one thing. And it's passing here, and we will probably
didn't even say
go for game, and that's
Jake is our